Wishing everybody a great Xmas and Happy New Year, except that BITCH Lucas Browne, who after agreeing the money is now pricing himself out. Hashtag coward. So as you can see, 2 days ago, Dillian Whyte, the king from South London, as he claims to be, he posted on Twitter 2 days ago now that Lucas Browne agreed to the fight, but now he's pricing himself out. Because they were set to fight. I made a video a couple days ago saying Lucas Browne was going to fight Dillian Whyte. And the reason I said this was because on Dillian Whyte's social media, it seemed as if that the fight was going to happen. Because he kept saying stuff like, this fight's going to happen, this fight's going to happen. He's going to fight Lucas Browne next. But apparently, according to Dillian Whyte, Lucas Browne is now pricing himself out. Which means if he's pricing himself out, the fight isn't finalized, and this means it's probably not going to happen. Now, this is the case, and if this fight doesn't happen because Lucas Browne prices himself out, then I agree with Dillian Whyte. Lucas Browne is a coward. He is a coward. And it annoys me because if Lucas Browne prices himself out, and if he doesn't receive this fight, get this fight, and if this fight doesn't happen next, who in the hell is Dillian Whyte going to fight next? Because all these fighters are pretty much booked. You got Wilder fighting Luis Ortiz most likely. You got Joseph Parker fighting Anthony Joshua was most likely. So who else? The only one I could think of is maybe Jarrell Miller, because Jarrell Miller isn't, I don't think he's scheduled to fight anyone next. That would be a great fight next. But again, Dillian Whyte has been ducking this guy forever. So I doubt that fight will happen. So we could pretty much count out Jarrell Big Baby Miller. So who else is there? Besides Jarrell Miller, who else, man? I'm not. I don't think about all these heavyweights, man. Who is at least credible for someone like Dillian Whyte? Derek Chisora, he already lost. Hughie Fury, he was talking about that he wanted to fight Dillian Whyte, but then he's talking about he's not going to be ready for February. So if Lucas Browne doesn't take this fight, you know what that means? That means Dillian Whyte will be fighting a bum next. They're going to put him in there against some bum that nobody ever heard of, or a guy with like 50 losses. And that is some bullshit. So I really hope that Lucas Browne takes this fight, because even though I think he's going to get his ass whooped, and I think Dillian Whyte's going to beat him up, because I think he has no chin, Lucas Browne, and I think he's past it. And I think, he struggled against a washed-up Ruslan Shagaev. Then, of course, Dillian Whyte's going to win. But at least this is a more credible win than if Dillian Whyte were to fight a bum. And I know what you guys are going to say, well, it's not Dillian Whyte's fault if Dillian Whyte fights a bum next, because Lucas Browne, priced himself out and all this stuff. It's just so annoying. It's so annoying that every time I want to see Dillian Whyte in there with someone who's credible, something happens. It's really annoying, man.